On May 1, 1947, a tragic incident known as the Portella della Ginestra massacre took place during the May Day celebrations in Sicily. During the event, 11 individuals lost their lives, and another 27 were wounded. The responsibility for the attack was attributed to Salvatore Giuliano, a leader involved in both banditry and separatist movements. The aftermath of the massacre led to turmoil and heated discussions. On May 2, 1947, a physical altercation erupted within the Italian Chamber of Deputies. The altercation revolved around assigning blame for the Portella della Ginestra massacre. In a different part of the world, New York City marked a significant achievement on May 2. The city successfully completed a 3-week-long campaign aimed at eradicating smallpox. This endeavor involved administering a staggering 6 million vaccinations to the population. On May 4, 1947, another notable event occurred in Acre, Palestine. The Acre prison break transpired, orchestrated by the Irgun. During the daring operation, the Irgun managed to breach the walls of the Acre prison, leading to the liberation of 28 incarcerated members of both the Irgun and Lehigh groups. On May 5, 1947, a significant development known as the May 1947 crises unfolded in France. Prime Minister Paul Ramadier took the decision to dismiss all 5 communist members from his cabinet. This action was prompted by their dissenting votes in a confidence motion, which resulted in a lack of communist representation within the coalition government. This marked the first instance since the country's liberation that no communists held positions within the government. Moving forward to May 9, 1947, a large-scale protest took place in Hamburg, Germany. More than 100,000 trade unionists and their supporters gathered to express their discontent over food shortages prevailing in the British-occupied zone of the city. The population was enduring a severe scarcity of sustenance, receiving only around 800 calories of food daily instead of the recommended 1,500 calories. Then, on May 14, 1947, a noteworthy gathering centered around the concept of a «United Europe» occurred at the Royal Albert Hall in London. During this event, Winston Churchill delivered a speech advocating for the creation of a European Union. He urged both Britain and France to take the lead in efforts to revitalize Germany's economy, emphasizing that such actions were crucial to prevent the German people from turning to feelings of rebellion and seeking revenge. On May 22, 1947, a significant event occurred as President Harry S. Truman of the United States signed the Truman Doctrine into law. This doctrine allocated $400 million in financial assistance to provide stability and support to the governments of Turkey and Greece. The primary objective was to counter the spread of communism in the region. During the same period, a notable technological achievement took place in the United States. The inaugural firing of the country's first guided ballistic missile, named the Corporal, occurred. This missile, measuring 45 feet in length, marked a significant advancement in military technology. Moving to May 23, 1947, a momentous decision was made in British politics. The British cabinet gave its approval to Viceroy Mountbatten's proposed plan to partition India into 2 separate states. These states would be divided along religious lines, with one intended for Muslims and the other for Hindus. This decision played a pivotal role in shaping the future of the Indian subcontinent. On May 27, 1947, a grim event transpired in Germany. At Landsberg prison, 22 individuals who had been convicted of committing atrocities at the Mauthausen-Gusen concentration camp were executed by hanging. This event served as a grim reminder of the horrors of the Holocaust and the accountability for those responsible for such heinous acts. On May 29, 1947, a series of tragic plane crashes unfolded, marking a somber day in aviation history. 3 major crashes occurred simultaneously. United Airlines Flight 521, a Douglas District of Columbia 4, crashed during an attempted takeoff from LaGuardia Airport bound for Cleveland. The crash resulted in the loss of 43 lives out of the 48 people on board. This incident held the grim distinction of being the deadliest commercial aviation disaster in U.S. history at that time. However, this unfortunate record was surpassed the following day. A U.S. Army Douglas District of Columbia 4 crashed into a mountain near Atsugi Naval Base in Japan while attempting to land. The crash claimed the lives of all 40 individuals on board. In northern Iceland, a Flugfélag Islands Douglas District of Columbia 3 crashed due to poor weather conditions, resulting in the tragic deaths of all 25 individuals aboard. The next day, on May 30, 1947, another devastating aviation incident occurred. Eastern Airlines Flight 605, a Douglas C-54 Skymaster aircraft, crashed near Bainbridge, Maryland, while en route from Newark to Miami. This crash claimed the lives of all 53 individuals on board, making it the deadliest commercial aviation disaster in U.S. history up to that point. On May 31, 1947, political upheaval took place in Hungary. Ferenc Nagy, the Prime Minister of Hungary, was removed from his position while he was on vacation in Switzerland. This ousting occurred under the threat of blackmail, with accusations of his involvement in an anti-state plot. Lajos Dinies succeeded him as the new Prime Minister. Additionally, in the realm of sports, the Belmont Stakes horse race took place on May 31, 1947, and it was won by a horse named Phalanx.